Most people have no idea what's happening inside FedEx right now. It's changing the delivery system. FedEx is merging huge parts of FedEx Express with FedEx Ground. For years, they operated separately, different trucks, different routes, different drivers, and different buildings. But now FedEx says, why send two trucks down the same street? So they launched something called Network 2.0 in one FedEx. That means stations are closing. About 475 stations will close by 2027. Routes are combining, some express deliveries are moving to ground, and thousands of workers are trying to figure out what happens next. Some employees say it means more stops, longer days, less stability, and uncertainty about the future. FedEx says it's about efficiency and saving billions of dollars. But this is bigger than FedEx. This is the future of logistics in America. More automation, fewer overlaps, and leaner systems. And companies trying to do more with less. So do you think this merger will help workers or hurt them? Let me know. And this might cost me my job.
What up? It's me. So the vice president came to talk to us this morning. You know, I was all scared and nervous. He gave us some answers. He answered the questions. Well, he gave us, I don't know if he answered all the questions, but his answer was to most of the questions was, he don't know. He don't know. He gave us a breakdown of what they're trying to do, which they've been giving us breakdowns for what they're trying to do forever. Basically, there's going to be CVSs and EVSs, and that means contractor buildings with priority and ground freight, but mostly contractor workers, pretty much ground people. There will be EVS buildings with ground freight, priority freight, with employee buildings. There will be a few mixed buildings, but those mixed buildings will be look more like contractor buildings with a sprinkle of employees in there to run the priorities. Now, when the questions came, because we had a guy that was like, nailed them to the wall, like, hey, I care about me and my family. What could you tell me? How does this affect our station here? And the answer was, I don't know. Nobody knows. They said by November they're going to put out announcements of our whole area what's going to happen, but as of right now it's fluid. It's just changing every day. They're trying to break down, draw the lines, and see what it's going to look like. Most likely, he said, most of our routes are going to get smaller as far as the area. It's going to be dense. We're going to be stopping at every single house though. Like, our trucks are going to be packed like ground trucks, and we're going to have priorities. We're going to get bigger vehicles. Just, work in a small area, and it's going to be a lot tighter. That's what the goal is, I guess. He mentioned some things about, like, if it don't work out, probably a 3-month notice coming November. Somebody asked about a severance package. He said, yeah, possibly, which to me means no. Or if it's going to be anything, it's going to be not more than what you'll get from unemployment. So it's going to be a wash. So they're not going to do that. Unless they looking for great PR, they offer everybody, it's FedEx, so probably the maximum. Hey, here's 10 grand. Here you go. And, this is California. Thanks. So as of right now, nothing's going to change until November. That gives everybody some time to kind of talk to their families and kind of see what you're going to do. A lot of us is kind of just playing it by ear, like there's no sense of worrying. But for the older people that's like 50 plus, 45, 50 plus years old, they put their time into the company, and now for it to be some uncertainty, it's kind of messed up for them because they can't just, all right, get up and start over at a new job. And, you know, most people ain't going to hire a 50-year-old. You see what I'm saying? So it's really messed up. And I'm about to be in that bracket. You know what I mean? I ain't 50, but I feel it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's the update.
So a lot of jobs are actually changing strategy and how to move forward in this economy, right? So a lot of things they're doing is to reduce the cost of the companies, right? By doing the layoffs, right? By increasing the product costs because the tariffs that happened, and by just re-strategize the whole entire way they run a company. Because if you are running a company right now and you are still using an old strategy, it's not gonna work and it's gonna be hard to survive. This is why you're seeing this big company are doing what they are doing. But the sad part about this is like those who stay around, they're gonna get a lot of workload than usually is, because if they are doing a reduction and you got lucky, you get to stay to the job, then you're gonna have to do the job of the 3 people. That's the reality now. But the question to this is, how can you survive then? How can you survive if everything's being thrown out to you? Well, with this job market the way it is, there's really not much a solution. Just tough it up, and because you got bills to pay. Don't quit your job now. Things are not getting any easier for a lot of people. A lot of people don't have jobs. A lot of families are struggling right now. But the funny part is when you go out to the bars and to the mall, some malls are actually very empty. But when you go to the bars, like events on the weekend, people are packed. It's like, what is happening? What I'm hearing, that people are losing jobs, and I'm seeing people filled at the restaurant, event. It's mind-blowing, right? Well, those people, some of them, they have given up. They have clocking out. They're like, you know what? Might as well spend money on credit cards to feel the joy, because a lot of things are being taken away from those people. They don't have no job, right? Job market is tough, right? They just do those things to feel alive. That's the only way. You have to go do things that you enjoy to feel more alive, because otherwise you fall in a deep depression. That's why you're seeing a lot of people going out. It's not because they have money, swiping out a credit card. But anyway, guys, if you have a job, stick with your job, right? Stick with your job. Don't quit until you know that you got another job. Save up your money. Don't spend your money, because things are gonna get worse before you get better. So make sure you like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.